What's up, everybody? This is Jose with Oakland Latinos Unidos, aka Oakland Latinos United, on here with a new video for you guys to enjoy. Well, I'm over here in the Fruitvale district in what is known as the 30's. So I'm gonna do another Barrio tour, another edition of Barrio tours. This time we're gonna do the 30's. Last time we did the Murdered Doves. So throw it up for the 30's, yay! So, you know what I mean? We're out here on Foothill Boulevard in front of Cedar Chavez Park. Those of you who know where I'm at, you see the little Oakland is proud over there where La Casita used to be at. Unfortunately, it's not there no more. But, yeah, man, we're going to take a little tour of the hood, of the barrio. You know, the 30's is basically the heart of the Fruitvale district, the heart of the Raza Chicano Latino barrio of Oakland. And I just want to show you guys a little bit of this area. And let's go down Harrington so I can show you the hood. Sorry, my phone dropped for a minute. So now we're going up Harrington. This is the little, basically the back of the Fruitvale area, the top of the 30's. On Harrington Ave. This is a cool little street. But I'm going to go down several streets. This is just one of them. But yeah, you know what I mean? I grew up around these areas. I know these areas real well. And because I did the Doves last time, I want to show you guys the 30's. It's cool over here on Harrington. It's a nice little street. La Raza, a lot of Chicanos, Mexicanos, and Raza out here. So yeah, man, like I said, another edition of Barrio Tours in East Oakland, the town business, and the 30's right next to the Murdered Doves. But yeah, hopefully everybody's having a cool day. You probably know this street if you're familiar with the area. Maybe you live or grew up on this street, you feel me? But yeah, now we're on Harrington and Carrington. Two streets meet together, Carrington and Harrington. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the 30's because I showed you the Dove last time. So hopefully you guys are enjoying my videos. Hold on, I wanted to go down this street. Let me back up real quick. And yeah, I wanted to go down this way. So this is a little street right here. So some of you might know this little hill right here. They call it Jungle Hill. Those of you who are from around here know this area, this street, this little hill right here. It goes up to the top with there, like up there on the, it's by 38. But yeah, that's Jungle Hill. Some of y'all know this little area, so you know where I'm at. But yeah, this is like a little hill right here we're on Ransom Ave. So yeah, it takes you up there by Ransom Ave up here. Let's go down Ransom real quick. I want to go up 38, but I want to go to the top of 38 real quick to show you guys 38th Ave. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys are enjoying my little Barrio tours I'm doing the Bay Area. I did the Murdered Doves. Maybe I'll do the Deep East next time. You know, people have asked me if I could do Funktown. You know what I mean? I've done Jingletown. I've done Hayward. But I want to do more cities, more neighborhoods in Oakland. But yeah, we're on 38 now. On 38th Ave. The infamous 38 locals. You know what I mean? Those of you who know, over there by Allendale, we're on Lion. So now we're on 38 going towards like Foothill and East 14th or International. Look at that view. You can see the Fruitvale Bridge over there. There's a little Hollows Market on Santa Rita and 38th Ave. I remember back in the days, hella homies used to hang out right here from 38. I remember all these houses and stuff. Back my brother used to kick it over here back in the days. But yeah, you see the Fruitvale Bridge. What's up to all the homies from 38 locals? You know. But yeah, we're going down towards Foothill. And then I'm going to go down towards International or East 14th. I still call it East 14, but you know, it's called International. They changed the name in the mid-90s, but you know, those of us who are from here, it's always going to be East 14th, you know. But yeah, hopefully you guys are familiar with this area. You've been around here. I'm pretty sure those of you who are from Oakland have been around here hella times. You feel me? But yeah, kicking back another edition of Barrio Tours. I remember back in the days, that market right there used to be called Red Sea Market. I'm sure some of you guys remember that. They have some kind of little mural right there. There's a little taco truck. We're back on Foothill in 38. There's La Finca right there, that Mexican store. That used to be La Hacienda when I was a little kid. Now it's called La Finca. And there's the old Red Sea Market, if you guys remember that. The Dirty 30's. Where's all my Dirty 30 folks at? Where's 36, 38, 39th, 33rd, Fruitvale, all that. But yeah, now I'm passing Foothill, going down 38 towards International. I filmed this area a while back when I did a little tour of Cedar Chavez Park. But some of you guys know this area. There's the other part of the park right there. But yeah, now I'm heading towards East 14th. But yeah, man, like I said, this is the heart of the barrio, the heart of the Mexican Latino community in Oakland. Pretty much this is the Fruitvale district, but I'm showing you the back streets, or what we call the Dirty 30's. You know what I mean? This is probably the main Latino area of Oakland for sure. You know what I mean? There's La Ciudad de Mexico, the old school La Ciudad de Mexico. I remember it used to be like two doors down before. Now we're on International on East 14th. There's the gas station, the Shell gas station, those of you who know it. Now we're on East 14th. Remember when that used to be the quarter-pound giant burger back in the days? Now it's La Costa. There's the old National Dollar building. It used to be National Dollar. Now it's just called National. There's Bonanzas, where you could get your Ben Davis and your Dickies. There's the gas station. Now we're going down 36, my brother's old block. 36 locals. Yay! But this is the hood my brother used to be on back in the days. On 36, he used to kick it with all the homies from 36 down here when he was a youngster. You feel me? But yeah, this is the Dirty 30's, 36 Ave, 36 locals. You know, back in the days, I seen hella crazy shit on this block. I remember one time some fools, they did some crazy shit, and this whole block was closed down by 5-0 when I was a youngster, bro. That shit was wild. You know what I mean? That was back in like the late 90s, I think. Yeah, but hella memories on this area right here. I used to kick it with my brother here a lot, and his homies. They used to always be on this block, kicking it. Now we're on East 16th and 36. There goes St. Liz High over there in the distance. Let's go down another street in the Dirty 30's. We go down Bridge Street, Bridge Hunted. Those of you who remember Bridge Hunted, Bridge Street. I remember my boy Juan used to live on this street back in the days. Low Juan, may he rest in peace. Another family I know lives on the street that my sister was related to, was married to. But yeah, Bridge Hunted. Yeah, but they call this is Bridge Ave, but they call it they used to call it Bridge Hunted back in the days. The homies in the hood, but that was back in the days for sure. So yeah, man, like I said, I just want to do a barrio tours of the back streets of the Fruitvale district, Dirty 30's. You know, we're back on Foothill. That's where I started right there, filming the video right over there. I kind of went in a little circle. Now I'm going to go to the top of 36. There's the liquor store, 36 and Foothill. There's the block over here where my brothers and them used to kick it back in the days. the homie Frank Avalos used to live on this part of the 30s. May he rest in peace. But yeah. But yeah, man. I remember my homie used to live in those apartments right there some years back. But this is 36 Ave. Out here in the dirty 30s. Man, the streets bumpy as hell. Hella bumpy out here. They gotta fix these streets. They got like potholes like crazy. We're on there's Crosby and Harper. That's Crosby Street. Now we're going towards 35th, and I'm probably gonna end it soon. There's Calvin Simmons, the old school homies. Remember that school used to be called Hamilton back in the days. Right there, that's a junior high school. Like everybody in this hood went to that school. It's called Calvin Simmons, but like I said, back in the days that was Hamilton. Now we're going down 35th Ave. Going towards Foothill again. And yeah, like I was saying, I just want to do a quick little Barrio tours of the 30s, 35th and Foothill. That's where the old school what was it called? Big old tires used to be. The Midas is right there. But yeah, you guys know where I'm at. Those of you who know this hood. But hopefully you like this Barrio tours of the dirty 30s in East Oakland. You know what I mean? And yeah, I want to keep doing more. Subscribe, like, leave a comment if you know this neighborhood, if you know where I'm at, or maybe if you live around here, you know, just be like, yeah, that's dope. You show my hood. But yeah, man, I went down 35th. Now we're on 35th Ave. I was on 36. I was on Bridge, and I was on 38. I showed you Jungle Hill, Calvin Simmons. You know what I mean? I remember when I was really, really little, I used to live in these apartments coming up right here. Now we're on 35th, like I said. I used to live in those pink apartments right there when I was really little on 35th and East 16th. Back in the days. I remember me, my mom, my dad lived there when I was hella little.